to another episode of Desire to Inspire, your mama's favorite podcast. We got a run-in today.
You got the energy right now, dude. I was like, damn, he did not have that 2 minutes ago. We did get a run-in today.
We did. I had to hold it in. Yeah, the energy I feel like has just been like elevated recently.
Your energy?
Yeah.
I mean, you are coming off of a Hawaii trip.
I
would hope it's up.
a Hawaii trip, a fucking Florida trip. I was like, woke up in Florida and I was like, God, this is back to back. It's a lot. But I was like, how can I be mad when there's palm trees and sunshine, baby? Can't be mad at that.
It's working. That's so it's easy to be mad.
Yeah, that is facts. But yeah, life's been moving fun. A lot of trips, a lot of travel. But yeah, boy, I would say it's tired, but like, again, it doesn't feel like overwhelming. I'm keeping like really good discipline when I'm on these trips.
That's good. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. So like, even though things have been busy, I've tried to not let myself get off the routine that I have. And so when I am at like hotels and stuff like that, traveling for work, I make it a point to try and not eat carbs and breakfast and lunch and save them till dinner. Because again, we go out to dinner, we're whining and dining people.
That's wild with you doing this much endurance now, though. Yeah, I know. I guess your body's used to it. Like for me to cut it out, my body'd probably revolt.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
And really, I guess I don't eat that much. Like the only reason I eat any in the morning is because I'm running, so I eat a bagel, and then at lunch I just have rice. Yeah. And then dinner, whatever for dinner. Yeah. It's not like I'm not fucking carb loading all day.
You'll be carb loading here soon in a couple weeks.
When this comes out, 1 week.
Damn, crazy.
1 week.
How's your? Well, we can talk about that next time. I was going to ask how your mindset is around it, knowing.
Well, I think my mindset today and my mindset next week could be completely different.
So, how's your mindset with like so many people doing their races and you kind of having?
I just had another person finish a race today.
Really?
Yeah, I just saw it today. So, the group of us who are all here in Charlotte, kind of trained together, had the same goal. There was 4 of us. We have a group chat called the Sub 3 Lads, and it was me, Tone, Phil, and our buddy Rylan. Phil had his race first. Tone had his last week. Rylan just had his today.
Damn.
And then I'm in 2 weeks. And so far, no one's went sub 3.
I was going to say, are you guys going to change the name of that group chat?
And I'll give Phil the out. He changed his goal after his first race. Said that's a really lofty goal for me. Like, I've only been running X amount. I'm going to change, say, 310 or 315. I don't know, one of those two. Regardless, didn't hit it. Then Tone goes up, blows up at like mile 17 or 18. Rylan just put up a 316. Impressive time, but I really thought like he had it easily. Like, this dude is a fucking unit, bro. This dude will run 7-minute miles at like a 120 heart rate. This dude's like a freak.
Jesus.
And I thought he had it, and he posted up his paces, and he just said like didn't make it today. I'll be back for my next 3. But he didn't put the final time, so I had to go into Strava to look it up. I'm like, dude, like, I'm not adding all your times up. Like,
did he hit a wall as well at some point?
He said that it came down to, like, he did Emerald Isle. I think that's South Carolina, maybe. Okay. But it started at, like, 9. So he said, like, he and something else had got him. And this is, like, what he said online. I haven't talked to him about it yet. But in the Strava, it said that he realized halfway through that he was not going to hit his goal. So he pulled back to make sure he hit a solid PR. Which, I get that. Yeah. Like, if you know, it's a lost cause. Which, honestly, maybe Tone, in hindsight, would have been like, I'll pull back too. But he didn't hit the wall till a little bit past half. Because I think I would be the same way. Like, if I know I'm not going to hit it, I'm not going to break myself here. Yeah. And then end up not PRing at all.
Yeah, Tone was fucking scooting for that half.
Literally, I had a wedding the night before, so I slept in a little bit. I woke up and he was already like 8-9 miles in. And we come downstairs. I told Manny, I'm like, yo, Tone is moving. I was hyped, dude. I'm like running up and down the driveway. I was like, well, that's the new goal. Beat Tone's time. Yeah. And like, I was hyped all day. And I'm like, fuck, now I don't even got a time to beat. Because I still beat him last year. I'm like, shit, dude. I was hoping to like put up a time just so I had a goal to beat. Yep. And now it's like, I just have to beat myself again, which is kind of a cool place to be in. Yeah. I have to beat myself.
I'm glad you're not changing your goal. I was very scared that like once Phil, once Tone, now this guy that you're like,
it's too close.
I was scared that you would be like, well, I'm just gonna like lay low then. And
I'm not laying low. I'm laying it all out there. That's how I feel. I will say, realistically, I don't think I'm going to hit it. That's just me being honest with myself. But I'm going to show up like I'm going to hit it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to run whatever the best race that I can do that day is.
Yep.
And we'll see what happens. I have multiple goals.
Yeah.
1 is qualify. 2 is sub 3. 3 is PR.
Okay. There we go.
So I got an A, B, and a C goal. And anything is a PR I'll be happy with.
Yeah.
But I just want to – it's been a relatively healthy block, and I think that's what's fucking with me is that the last week I've been kind of in pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that, like, these things happen. It's like phantom pains. Like, you just get them a couple weeks before race. It might not even be real because today I didn't feel it at all. I haven't felt it afterwards. I'm like, ain't real.
Body playing tricks.
And so, like, I do think it's, like, the mind. Like you should be hurting. Or, like, just to kind of fuck with you in the end of it.
Yep.
Especially as you come down in mileage. So, I think if I show up and I feel good, I think I could do an impressive time. Because I'm doing decent distances at the same pace I ran the whole marathon last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I can do that, and I could, even if I cut 30 seconds off.
Yeah.
It's fucking 13 minutes. We down to 3:10, baby.
Yep. No, I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. There's just like, it's crazy. And you're probably, like today when we were running, you're like, are you about to say that you're loving running or whatever you said?
I did think you were going to say it. You kind of did.
Yeah, I kind of did. Like, dude, it's really wild. So,
yeah, I kind of
did. Let's see if this quote. So,
is this like Kobe, his love letter basketball? You got one for running already?
No, I don't.
3 months in a training.
I don't love it that much. No, I want to see if this quote that I screenshotted from social media aligns with. So.
Did Nicola Antonio?
No, not him today. This guy Ryan Fishker.
Another Ryan?
Yeah, another Ryan. It says your body is the most honest reflection of your choices. So I would rephrase that your body is the most honest reflection of your habits. And so I like that more. It relates to me more. So when I read that.
Essentially the same thing.
Essentially, yeah. And so when I was thinking about that, when I read it, I was like, man, it makes sense how these habits play such a big part in your life. And so this can probably be the main thing of this podcast because I have so much that I have to say around this topic. But tying it to the running, it's wild how the more you do this, you find that sense of peace, that sense of like fulfillment, joy, mental clarity that runners or that endurance athletes feel and why they do it and why they get so much like fuel to go out there and like lace up the shoes and run. And so one thing that I've been realizing lately, and I was talking to one of our clients about this on our biweekly check-in with them, that every time I put my shoes on, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I get to go for a run. Oh, hell yeah, I get to go out there. Oh, the sun's shining today, like it's perfect temperature. I'm going for a run. I don't have those thoughts anymore of like, fuck, I have to. Fuck, I don't want to put on my shoes.
That was my whole motto around last year's training block was you don't have to do this, you get to do this.
Yep.
Like, it needs to be looked at as a privilege. So like, there's people who wish that they could do this.
Mm-hmm.
And we take it for granted. We treat it like it's this chore of a thing.
Yeah.
Like, there's people who would give anything to be able to fucking go for a run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so like finding that joy or peace, that mental clarity in it, like it just gives, like when I'm done with runs now, I'm like, oh, I feel like a new fucking human. It's weird. And so I tie that to your body as a reflection of the habits that you have in place, because this wouldn't have happened if, one, I didn't have friends around me that were motivating me to like challenge myself, to be different, to try new things. That started last year. But then it doesn't stem to like the other good habits where don't go out Wednesday through Sunday. Don't go out for every football game. Don't eat that fast food. Like there's so many different areas that it now plays a factor in. And then it brings me back to the habits and how we preach them all the time and just build habits, stack those habits. This is one of those things where it's habit stacking. And once you get into it, you don't want to wake up fucking hungover. You don't want to wake up after eating fried chicken sandwiches or pizza to go out and run. And so like there's another thing that's fueling that better lifestyle to align with the goals you have. And I'm extremely excited that I did the half marathon last year, and it's wild that I'm still taking away like lessons and learning from it, because now it's positioning me so much more to like not dread this training that I'm doing for the half Ironman right now.
I would argue that if you didn't do the half marathon, you wouldn't even consider a half Ironman.
I would agree with that.
I don't think if you knocked down like one of those things, you would have done it. Like it opened the door for, okay, I know I can do this portion of it. I've already done it. let's add some things on top of it.
Yeah. I completely agree with that. And like, since you're sitting right here, like, thank you. And this is why, like, we have to have friends and you have to have people around you that are motivating you to be different and to be a better version of yourself. Because I know a lot of people out there that are just stagnant and stuck in life and this routine because of the people that they surround themselves with. And it's not that they're bad people, but they're just not motivated to, I don't know how to say this. Any way you say it, people are going to take offense to it, but like,
always,
they don't have friends that will help elevate their life, that will help challenge their life, that will help make them think or act differently.
People are just complacent.
Yeah.
And that's really what it comes down to is, and it's not, it's a weird thing to phrase because like there's people who are complacent that live great lives. Like they're in good relationships. They have good families. They have all this stuff, but like there's still more. Like there's so much more for you personally. And I think that that's what it comes down to is like the things that we do are, there's no one, they do benefit because like they see what we do, but like you are the one who are reaping the benefits of what this is. And you know what? I'm lying. It does touch everybody else. Because then like you being able to fill your own cup flows over and you can, it just opens you up to so many other things to be able to be for other people.
Yep. I've had a lot of people reach out like since I've been more consistent with posting. And like it's great. Like I sent you one of the text messages like a week or two ago. Dude, I wouldn't have thought I was like impacting anybody. And like that was a sign like, oh my God, yeah. And then I haven't told you about this call that I received 2 days ago. But another really powerful call, like one that like almost brought me to tears.
Out of the blue?
Yeah, out of the blue. That almost brought me to tears. And like that was another like little nugget from God being like, keep fucking going, bro. Keep going.
Did you, while you're saying this, did you see the last time that you posted about this? And you said that something about your views. And God was like, God said, you don't fucking deserve it. Did you see the comment on that one? He said, I don't think God would talk like that.
I commented back.
I wanted to. I did it. But I was like, what do I say? What do I say?
Yep.
I'm about to get you for that one too.
But, and so that goes to that, like what we're doing, like document this shit because it does play a factor. And some people don't have that close group. So hopefully those posts, those watch pictures, those gym pictures, the videos, like whatever it is, hopefully that's touching that one person that like wants that, but isn't in the group that wants it. And so they start and then they influence their group to like get on board with it. And then again, that's how this ripple effect happens. Because another like avenue of this is I was talking to one of my distributors yesterday on my way home, and he was telling me how he mountain bikes and he can't. And this is the first time for his birthday that he can't. And every birthday he rides the amount of miles equivalent to his age. So he turns 40. So he would have rode 40 miles. And he does like mountain biking through mountains and stuff. He just had shoulder surgery. So the vibration and everything, he can't do it. So he's like kind of upset about it. And he's like, dude, I just go out there and it like frees my mind. I grew up riding dirt bikes and stuff. Like there's a thrill. I'm 40 years old. Like I'll go off a jump and do a backflip still. Like I just go out there and
on a mountain bike.
On a mountain bike.
Dog.
Yeah.
I wonder why he did his shoulder surgery.
I was like, dude, I don't know how you guys ride mountain bikes. That shit is so terrifying.
Dude, I would be hiking in Colorado, struggling to get up, and a little kid comes by on a bike. I'm like, what the fuck? Just over rocks and terrain.
Yeah. And so he's like, I told him that I was training for the half Ironman. He's like, well, I don't know how you do road bikes. He's like, I rode a road bike on the road, a lot of roads, once, and it like terrified me. And so then we started talking. The more we talked, it was like these things that we're doing. So like riding on the road gives me an extreme adrenaline rush with the cars going by you.
You clipped in?
Yeah.
Have you fallen yet?
I'll touch on that. I almost did. Almost. But I was saying to him, like, dude, this is what we need, and this is what the world needs more, is like that thrill, that fucking like, oh shit, like going down a mountain on that mountain bike, going on the road. I tied in like skydiving when we were talking. Like, we need to challenge ourselves to just appreciate and see life differently. But we don't. Everybody just like sticks to the norm, and the older we get, it's like, well, I gotta be safe. I'm getting older. Dude, fucking
don't be safe.
Be active, do things, and you'll be fine. Like, stop fucking taking the safe route on everything. Like, we need that adrenaline, that
You're more
thrill.
durable than you think you are.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a guy who had a limp arm for 6 months.
That thing was real limp. But yeah, I was on the road waiting at a stop sign, and I was like behind a car, and I was like balancing. I was like, "Oh, I'm good.
Oh, you didn't even have a foot down?
Not yet, no. And then I thought that car was gonna go, so I went to pedal, and then it stopped real quick, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Hit the brakes. I stopped completely, started tipping over. I'm like, "No, no, no!" And luckily, as I was like trying to like stop myself, not even thinking to unclip, it just naturally came out and paused, and I was like 45 degrees.
That's lucky, bro.
And there was a car behind me. I'm like, they would have fucking died laughing.
Yeah, it's not fun. You'll have your time though.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Everybody says that.
Mine was in the parking lot. I just got my car out of the back of the trunk, got on it, and I even started pedaling. I just tipped over. I don't know what I was doing, but it was bad. I smacked right inside the car.
It's gonna happen. Everybody goes through it.
Can't wait.
And it sucks too because I always have my GoPro on, but when I almost fall or something happens, that fucking GoPro's not on. Did I tell you about getting chased by a dog?
No, but I'm assuming that they just sparked your memory.
Yes. So I'm back home in Ohio 3-4 weeks ago, whenever the hell it was.
Maybe you did. Maybe you put in a snap or something. And I just like didn't. It didn't click with me.
I don't know.
'Cause I feel like I've heard this now, but I continue.
Okay. If I said this on here, I apologize.
You definitely didn't say it on here. But I don't think I've heard the full story regardless.
So I'm back home, and I always say how I love one thing about the endurance space, whether it's running or biking, is you see the world through a different lens. Like when I ride a bike, I see it's like a completely different world I'm in. When I run, it's a completely different world than when I'm driving, walking, whatever. And so I'm back home for the first time riding on those roads, and they're country roads. So there's a lot of up and down hills, a lot of big pastures and stuff like that. And I'm just taking it in. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Not a lot of cars. So I'm just cruising. Ended up turning on some like country music. Vermilion. But I went through Mill Hollow and then up the hill on the other side, and it's just fucking country. Mm-hmm. So I'm riding, and I had an 1.5 hour ride that day. So I was doing like 23 miles.
When you have music on, is it like a little speaker or do you have a headphone in?
No, I have it. I have a quad lock mount on my handlebars, so I just play it through my phone on loud.
Bro, a fucking headphone is risky.
Yeah, no, I don't put headphones in when I ride my bike. So I'm at like mile 18, 19, and coming up towards the end. So I'm like pretty gassed because these, like, I didn't realize how big of hills were in Vermilion, and so I'm going down. Pretty much like alongside the highway, but like on the roads. So there's like a bunch of cornfields and then the highway. And there's all these like beautiful houses out there. And I come across, take a little bend, and there's this brand new like farm style white house, black shutters, black roof. I was like, that's a fucking house I would want right there. I was like, Lo would love that. So I'm pedaling, and I'm going about like 16 miles an hour.
My next question was, do you have any idea how fast you were going?
Yeah, 16 miles an hour. So I'm like, wow, that's gorgeous, just taking it in. Next thing you know, I hear, row, 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 row. And I look up, and I'm like, oh, God, these dogs are coming like straight at me.
Multiple?
2. And I was like, oh, they probably got like an invisible fence. Like I've had that happen, and the dogs just stop like 50 feet away from the road. They're coming. And coming. And I'm still going like 16 miles an hour. And then I'm like, holy shit. So like my brain did a quick calculation, like the speed that this dog is coming by the time I get here, I'm like, oh, it's coming. And now it's barking like, I want to take your head off. It's not barking like, hey, come and pet me, a golden retriever. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm pedaling. I'm going like 23 miles an hour. This dog.
Dogs could run that fast?
Dude.
20 miles an hour?
Dog. This dog comes up the driveway. I pass a driveway, and it is tailing me. And so I'm fucking moving. And then finally it starts to die down. And I'm like, oh, God. Look up, dead end. I'm like, oh, my God. And so I gotta go back. I look back again, and the dog's going back to his house. So I pull down this like last like driveway. It led to nothing. And I'm sitting there like tucked behind trees so the dog can't see me.
Catch your breath so you can speed back up.
So I look and my GoPro's off. I'm like, no. And so I'm sitting there like, and then it clicked. It's like, you got to go back. I was like, oh, fuck. So I'm looking around like, can I get over through? Like, what's on the other side of this? So I'm like, all right. So I got down. I'm listening to music. I'm catching my breath. I'm like, all right. We got to buckle up. take a deep breath. I'm like, all right, let's go. I clip in and just immediately start fucking ripping it. So I'm going and I pass his house and I look and the fucking owner's standing in the driveway with the 2 dogs. And that one dog's like, rah, rah, rah. And he's staying with his owner and I'm just cruising. So then I FaceTime Lo and I was like, you are not going to believe this.
That's wild.
Dude.
That's crazy dogs can run that fast.
Yeah. And like by the time he got here and this, like I was ahead of him. So he probably was going like 18 to 20 miles an hour.
I got chased as a kid and it was like right next to me, but like I was probably not going that fast.
Yeah, probably not. This thing was moving. Like if anybody were to question, I would go to my grave saying that dog was running like 20 miles an hour. It was crazy how close he was tailing me. And it was a golden retriever. I'm like, that's a dickhead golden retriever.
Oh, shit, dude. Do you have an actual way to track your speed while you're riding?
Yeah, this tells you.
Oh,
yeah.
As you're going?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. And then it'll tell you like your average speed. I was going down hills. My speed was almost as fast as the downhills as it was trying to escape that dog. Because I got up to like 28 miles an hour. By the
28?
Yeah, but the dog had turned around. And so it wasn't. I was just trying to get away. And then that's when I looked
on a
up.
Flat is fast.
Yeah. Dude, I almost popped a wheelie for how much force I was putting to like get moving and going.
Them little legs was working.
Literally.
That's cool.
My max heart rate was on that stint.
I wish your GoPro was on.
I do too.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, it would have been comical. But yeah, so it's I've been on my feet going around there, like running, and there was 2 dogs that like came up at a different house.
Fucked.
Yeah, I would have been fucked, but they stopped, thank God.
I didn't even would have killed you.
It didn't even cross my mind that dog would chase after me like outside of his yard. And so that's why I had to really pick up speed.
What's going on in that dog's mind?
Eat. Attack. He looked defeated though when he couldn't catch me. I turned around and he was like head down as he would walk in.
He thought he had. He's like, oh, he's going a decent. He was like 16 miles per hour. I can meet him here. He was also doing the math.
Literally. He would have caught me too if he would have just kept going another 10 feet because I had nowhere else to go.
Speaking of dogs, dude, my dog's about to be 2 years old in a couple days, so I had to support him today.
Happy birthday, Ziggy! That's a good boy right there.
He actually has been a way better boy lately.
There we go.
He's been off leashing.
Wow. That's impressive. It's probably because he sees Josie.
Yeah, we got him like we're working on the same commands with both of them.
Love that.
So they both know.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we love that.
It's outside the apartment too. Justin just lets him run free in the hallways.
Shout out to Justin too, man. He's the best dog uncle there is.
Yep, can't wait till he's uncling it up again while I'm at the marathon.
He's a good guy. We were talking about going home at like Christmas or something when he was over earlier, and I was like, maybe we should hit up our dog sitter to see if he's going home or not. He's like, fuck you. It's funny that we brought up the friend groups too, because
our friend groups?
No, just friend groups in general about
yeah.
Because the one that I screenshotted, I sent a few.
Is it from Ryan?
No, this one is Success Goat. It says normalize. Hated that. It said normalize telling your friends that they need to exercise. Right on par with what we were talking about.
I literally asked Mandy yesterday. I said, how much weight would I have to gain for you to be like, all right, pull it back together? So what would I have to get to?
What'd she say?
She said like 40 pounds. I think I'd say something. I said 40's a lot.
Yeah. What would you be then? Like 250?
No, I'm only like 195.
Oh.
But still, my highest ever is like 250. So it's not far off.
No, not far at all. Well, there's the moral of the story, folks. Normalize telling your friends they need to exercise. I probably have a conversation 3 or 4 times a week telling somebody that they need to be active.
Oh, I thought the way you looked at me, I thought you were about to come for me. And I'm like, dude, you're acting I don't exercise. No. I just don't lift as much anymore. But it's coming back, and I can't wait. It
is going to come back full force. So have the desire to inspire, set the precedent, set the standards, set the expectations for your friend group. If you don't have those people around you that are trying to elevate you in whatever area, personally or physically, mentally, mindset-wise, work-wise, career-wise, whatever it is, Just go out and fucking do it. Be happy, live a happier, healthier lifestyle. And if you need somebody to help you set the stage, to help you get the habits in line, hit your boys up. We're taking new clients all the fucking time. We love you. Have the desire to inspire. It's on.
Peace. Also, kiss your mom first. He forgot that one.
You heard?